Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video for the Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 14. Last episode, we had a whole bathhouse episode. It was very fun. Shisui, Mao Mao, and Shaolin all hanging out. Okay, I've had this screen up for so long, Crunchyroll will reset it. But we were all hanging out there at the bathhouse, getting information, using it as a way to make connections, so Shaolin can hopefully get a job whenever her term at the Rear Palace ends. And, yeah, we ended up running into Lishu. She believes there is a ghost at her bath at the Garnet. Was it Garnet? I forget which one she's at. I'm gonna be completely honest, but I think it might be Garnet. Maybe not. Anyway, at her pavilion, she won't take a bath there because she believes there is a ghost there, and so that's why she was coming to the public bathhouse. So let's see how Mao disapproves that there is not a ghost here in this episode. But per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, further ado, stop training the Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 14. You guys also commented on the Episode 13 reaction that, logically, Mao Mao's only seen Lolin like twice. While Lishu has, like we literally saw earlier in this season, Anshi had a tea party with all the concubines, and that's only one instance we've seen to which Lishu might have seen Lolan. And so it makes more sense that Shisui would try to fucking hide away from her because she's scared of being found out, obviously. I was gonna say something else too, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I was also thinking about it because Jinshi has never seen Mao Mao and Shisui together. Jinshi pretty frequently visits all of the concubines to make sure they're doing okay. I really wonder what would happen if he ran into Mao Mao and Shisui hanging out together. If Shisui would nope the fuck out of there ASAP. I'm not sure how that interaction would go. Yeah, we also spent some time with Miss Hakyu? Or no, she's Sekyu. Fuck, I think she's Sekyu. Yeah. At the bathhouse. You take care of a high-ranking concubine that's not. Oh, she doesn't like that Mao Mao is gonna help Lishu with her ghost issue. Who wouldn't be interested after hearing that? Hello, Hong Yang. Uh-oh. Jinshi's here too. Tell with that grin on his face. Then he was trying to tell her something again. I learned a huge secret about it. Damn, so this is their first time seeing each other since the trip. That's crazy. It's their first time seeing each other since she learned that he is, in fact, not a eunuch. He's got a dick and balls. Or, more adequately, I should be saying, he's got a frog. He was... that's what I'm gonna say from now on. Whenever they're referring to Jinshi not being a eunuch, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's got a somewhat sizable frog. Somewhat large frog. Oh, so it's a request from Jinshi. Oh, so... okay. Mao Mao told Lishu to consult Jinshi, and then Jinshi is coming to get Mao Mao. That's so fucking funny. She was literally like, go consult Jinshi, maybe he can help you out or something like that. And then that has immediately led to Jinshi coming here to get Mao Mao to go help. Maybe that was Mao Mao's plan in the first place. Was Mao Mao knew as a fact that if Lishu went to talk to Jinshi, Jinshi would come get her? Because she said she was interested earlier this episode. She literally just said, after hearing that, who wouldn't be interested? So, my guess is she might have manipulated this on purpose so Jinshi would come get her to come help. Hong Yang knows Gyokyo's in here with the theatrics. I must visit! I like Gyokyo so much. I'll send someone in my stead, and she's gonna send fucking Mao Mao. Oh my god. Oh, I love this so much. He's like, oh, I must go to visit them to see if they're okay. Knowing Hong Yang would be like, you can't go outside now, Gyokyo, since she'd be like, oh, you're right. I'll send someone else then. Oh, I didn't think she'd bring Hong Yang with her. Please allow me to decline your visitation. Oh my god! Oh my god. Gyokyo and Jinchi's running like beef for trying to like retain possession of Mao Mao will never not be hilarious. Never return. Both of like exactly like last time, both Gaoshun and Hong Yang are fucking exasperated by this back and forth that always happens between these two. Always. This exchange again! Oh! Wait, what? Oh shit! He said that with no embarrassment, no nothing. He's like, I like this Mao Mao. Whoa! I guess after their conversation where Mao Mao said that no matter what, he'll always be Master Jinchi to her, which in hindsight, as I talked about in that episode, there's a deep misunderstanding between what that statement meant for each of them. For Mao Mao, it very clearly meant I will never see you as anything other than just Master Jinchi, a servant-master relationship. That's all I'll see you as. And Jinchi took it as no matter what you tell me, I'll always see you as Jinchi. Which I guess in theory is kind of similar, but also not at the same time. It's I guess it could be looked at as kind of similar in the way that Mao Mao is planning on only seeing him as Jinchi, as Master Jinchi and nothing else. But no, it doesn't really line up. Can't believe you just did that right out. I was not expecting that. To ask her anything. You won't be able to ask her anything when she gets back? What? And Mamo's just so confused. Holy shit. What just happened? Oh my god. He said all that and then just dipped. Holy shit, Jinchi. Gaoshin, like even Gaoshin shocked. They're all just in pure shock right now at what the fuck just occurred. It's like the trip made Jinchi so much more forward. It's all the frog's fault! Wasn't worth the secret I have to carry to my grave. Oh my god. I cannot believe this. That was quite the fucking scene. I'm like tired after that. That was such a crazy scene. I was not ready for that. Oh man. One of you guys made a great comment as well on episode 12 that I had made the statement that Jinchi was disappointed about disappointed that he spent his time getting like provoked by Mao Mao and like pushed her down and whatever, instead of like explaining himself to her, that he was mad about that. He wasn't actually mad at Mao Mao at all, which I mean that's still correct, but someone added some stuff on top of that, in the scene you can really see Jinchi close his lips as if he wasn't going to go. He actually decided he wasn't going to go in for the kiss at the end of it. Let me find that comment because I want to read it, because that was actually a really good comment that I liked, that definitely gave some more insight into that scene. Because when you think about it logically, like if Jinchi had done that to her, there would have been no chance for romantic relations between the two of them ever. Because in theory, Mao Mao would not stop him, right? Because it's her whole ideology of he's someone super high in power. He's not even a eunuch, but he's in the rear palace. He's someone incredibly high in power. I can't go against him. And so she would just let it happen, but she would then resent him probably for the rest of her life. So it's very good it didn't end up happening, but you can already tell that Jinchi himself wasn't going to go through with it, because it seemed like he stopped right before he got there. Let me get this comment real quick. That was a good one. Yeah, it's right here. Lihaku's dog might have actually rescued Jinchi in that moment. I'll put the comment on screen too as well to credit them for it, because I think it's really good. I think based on his closing his mouth at the last moment, that he had decided not to actually kiss Mao Mao. However, in the case that he hadn't, and that dog hadn't arrived in that moment, it would have been a huge mistake for him to have gone through with the kiss. Mao Mao wouldn't have pushed him away because he is her social superior, her literal master, as she puts it. She would have allowed him to do whatever he wanted in that moment without complaint, but obviously that sort of treatment from Jinchi, in addition to being a monstrous abuse, would have essentially destroyed any potential for genuine romantic relations in the future. Great comment, because yes, that is so absolutely true. That was a great comment that I read after, so thank you for that. Glowing per usual. How much does Gaoshun know about what happened between them? It's a good question. Oh, you're onto something, Mao Mao. You're onto something, because in episode 12 as well, you guys also clarified that it should have been in quotes when Gaoshun said he became a eunuch, because he's a eunuch in the... There was another comment, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the comments of that episode, because there was I can speak. There were some great comments in that episode. Yeah, the comment basically just says, when Gaoshun says he became a eunuch, that should have been in quotes. He's a eunuch in the same way that Jinchi is. Like, they're playing the role of a eunuch. There's no point in thinking about this, but what else can you do? I mean, Mama has an incredible ability to push down thoughts she doesn't want to think about, and be so incredibly smart, but also so obtuse. Honestly, that is an insane skill, to be so incredibly smart but also be obtuse about things you don't want to think about. Incredible skill, because there is an absolutely fucking sane amount of hints that Jinchi is who he is, but Mama just continues pushing it away as much as humanly possible, because she doesn't want her relationship with Jinchi to change from a master and a servant, and she also doesn't want to get too involved in matters of the higher-ups and stuff, although that's too late for that. Can they be more obvious? Yeah. Like, seriously, I wish Mama would just ask Jinchi to tell Lishu to fire all her ladies-in-waiting and get new ones. Because, my god, these people fucking suck. My god, Lishu is just the biggest sweetheart of all time, and they're so evil. Strange human figure from the window? Oh god, she's really terrified. Who are you? Yeah, you're saying she wants to get everyone's attention? God. You know, Lishu, listen. You have all the power here. You are one of the top 4 concubines. If you say you want to get rid of these people, it will happen in an instant. Please. Someone tell her she has the power to get rid of these fucks. Please. My god. Please. It actually makes me so fucking mad. You also have more power. Who is this lady over here bossing you two around? Tell her to shut the fuck up. Please, someone fucking humble her ass. Holy shit. Both of you, Lishu and the prior taster, new head lady in waiting, you two have all the power here. All of the power. Make this bitch shut the fuck up. Unless they're about to tell us, like, she's part of a big family, so they can't do that to her. I don't know. She does have like a gold hairpin, so maybe she's part of a big family or something. Arrogant sounding woman must be she's the former head lady in waiting. Yeah, she got kicked out from her position. She should just be ousted from this pavilion entirely. Please, just kick them out of their job. They don't fucking deserve it. Please, kick them out. I'm getting heated. I'm getting really heated. This is making me really mad. Oh my god. There you go. So we're about to find out she is someone important. Perhaps. Jinchi just using his beauty to, you know, get his way. What a fucking bitch, dude. Jesus Christ. It's disgusting. Could you go get me some water? Basically, his incredibly polite way of telling him to fuck off. Yes. Oh! Get rid of these ladies in waiting! Get rid of them! Oh my god, I'm losing my fucking mind out here! Please, fire them! Oh my god! Oh, I'm gonna blow a fucking gasket this episode at this rate! Holy shit! Then fire them! Lishu! Fire them! Fucking fire them! One word from your mouth and they are gone. Or tell the Emperor. Tell the Emperor your ladies in waiting are being pieces of shit to you. He'll get rid of them. He'll get rid of them in an instant. Like, please, just talk to somebody. I mean, I guess she's talking to them now. She's talking to, like, Jinchi and Mao Mao now. Days with the nunnery. So the new head lady in waiting's name is Kanan. Yeah, I've been calling her the taster for forever because I forgot her name. She saw someone out there. Imagine this is one of her ladies in waiting. How much do you want to? Actually, I will bet money. I will bet money it is one of her. It is the previous head lady in waiting who got ousted from her position. I will bet money that it is her out there doing this to then make a fool of Lishu. I will bet fucking money. Because the way it played out and the way she was there, like, oh, Lishu always does this kind of thing for attention. Feels purposeful. Oh god. Well, that doesn't look like the head lady in waiting. The prior head lady in waiting. It doesn't look like her. Whiteface was dancing and laughing. God, she's really terrifying. She saw it too.
正体を確かめようと近づいてみたら幽霊は消えていてカーテンは何事もなかったように建物の外につながる窓は皆閉まっていてカーテンは揺れていたでも仕方ない 水晶球や翡翠球では
Come space to relax after bathing. Huh. Interesting.
向こうの部屋はもともと物置だったんですか前はではどうして物置にこちらを見ていただけると
Was there a fire? Oh, I literally said last episode when there before Lishu said I just that was not even on purpose. I just tossed out a random guess. Literally last episode before Lishu had said that she had seen a ghost. I was like, "What is there, mold or something?" Just random comment, but wow, there is. But yeah, instead here in this pavilion, because the ladies in waiting fucking hate Lishu, they just covered it up and made it a warehouse. That's terrible, because that would get mold on like all your stuff too. That's really bad. Oh, so it's a really new building. That's weird. This connects the water. Unplug the bathtub by mistake. I've got no theories about this one. No! Don't do that! Fuck. Here we go. Now she's gonna start breaking it down. Whenever this music kicks in, you know Mao Mao's about to start breaking it down. And I don't mean dancing. Oh! Oh, she's thinking the water passes under here and has like mold and has created mold on the wood that it's passing under. But then how would that explain the wind? Because, I mean, in this warehouse, the windows are closed. Does the water rushing through because she unplugged it? The water rushing through was blowing the curtain? But then that doesn't explain the face she saw. Yeah, so the hot water, because they make her baths fucking steaming hot, because they all suck. The vapor, then whenever if she accidentally unplugged it, made the curtain fly. Yeah, that's the biggest question. Yeah, the envoys gave the mirrors as a basically threat, or not threat, but like a challenge or a provocation. That's the word I was looking for, because I think they clarified that it was like they sent it to them to be like, look at yourself, you're not as pretty as us. So she doesn't use it anymore. Yeah. That's why it's important to her. How do we put it to use? Ooh. God damn, they're trying to blind me. Whoa.
こう映る
What?
魔鏡というそうです。
A magic mirror.
跳ね返した光が絵や文字
Oh, so they. Oh my god. Is that her mother's face? Is that her mother's face on the mirror? So when the light hits it and then it puts there's like an image imprinted like super lightly onto the copper or something, and then it portrays that image once it's reflected off, and that's probably her mother's face, right? Right? That's cool.
鏡面に凹凸を施して
By putting
絵や文
bumps
字を
into the
写す
mirror
そうです
face.
養父から聞いたことがあります。
And especially because it's an heirloom, she said, from her late mother, that has to be her mother's face. And so when the light shined through, yep.
隙間から湯気が
That's crazy.
カーテンが
And so it looked like she saw a ghost.
いろいろな偶然が重なって生まれたこの顔
Oh, it is. It totally is her mother.
母様この鏡を使わなくなっちゃったから怒ったのか
Oh,
なだから出てきたのかな
no!
偶然が重なっただけです踊るのが好きだったって聞い
I
たの
heard she loved to dance. Oh no! Oh my god, what the fuck? This poor girl! Why is this girl's entire life just pain and misery? Why? This poor girl!
こうして幽霊になって踊ってたのかな幽霊なんて
What the fuck? Yes! Yes, my god! I feel so bad for Lishu. It's like I said last episode, she and Shaolin are the two must-protect characters of this series. My god. This poor girl. Holy shit.
開くことで
It's a big
高
mirror
級での
palace,
日々を慰めていたのかもしれない母親を思う気持ちはよくわからない李主妃にとっては
yeah.
無情を抱くに値する存在なのだろう
失礼します。外にお茶をご用意しました。まあ、リーシュ様、何を泣いているのですか？皆様の前で恥ずかしい。
Shut up! Oh my god! I am about to fucking break something. This is. Oh, I'm.
一見妃を敬う次女将が端々に現れている今更な猫かぶりだ
まだ持っていらしたのですか？
What the fuck is your
い
problem?
ただいた鏡があるのだから、何ですか？
Yeah, deserved. Fuck this bitch up.
来客の前ではしたないですよ。
リーシュ妃にとって大切
Thank you, Jinchi.
よく確認もせず取るのは
I fucking hate this woman so much. I don't think there's been a single character in this entire series that I have flat out hated. I fucking hate this bitch. He's gonna fucking take it from her hair.
可視されたものでしょう。
Look at that face. Even if it was a gift for,
上級妃の文
he's gonna take it from her. Gave with the crest of a high-ranking concubine.
分不相応と思わなかったのですか？
Yeah!
李主妃が美女たちからないがしろにされていたことは人事様も知っていただろう役にしなかったのは李主妃のメンツを潰すことになるからだここがあれば首を刺すことができる
Incredible. 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 Absolutely incredible. I didn't read a single thing that anybody said there. I needed to give an applause for that. Holy shit, thank you. Whew. I did read one statement though that I'll talk to when we get to it, but oh my god. Holy shit. Even Mao Mao was like, oh god, whenever Jinchi got pissed off. That's crazy. You get a reaction like that out of Mao Mao? We're mistreating her. He knew they were, but he didn't say as much openly. This is the statement, since it would reflect poorly on concubine Lishu. So this entire time where I'm saying, like, she needs to tell somebody or just fire them or all the above, it would reflect negatively on Lishu politically, because they would be like, oh, why'd you hire all these bad ladies in waiting? Like you hired them, you brought them in, or something like that. Like, why would you have these bad ladies in waiting, and all the above? So I get now why it hasn't occurred to just get fucking rid of them, but now that Jinchi found a reason with her wearing that hairpin when she's just a regular lady in waiting now, it gave Jinchi an opportunity to put her in her fucking place. That I really like that. So you can't just like reprimand them or fire them or anything without any open evidence or open cause to do so. And now that she had been wearing that hair ornament, Jinchi could come in and be like, you can't be wearing that. That's way too high for your position. Give it to Han over there. Whatever, is that her name? Hanan? Oh, it was Hanan. Give it to her. She deserves it. Give it to her. Yeah, give it to her. She deserves that hairpin. Lishu, gift it to her. Just to spite this bitch, give it to her and have her wear it around in front of her. I love it. Bye-bye! Oh, damn! All of them are looking at Jinchi a little bit different now. Hey, scary in the most necessary way possible. Damn, I really like that shot. I don't know if we probably have, but maybe I just haven't paid attention. But man, the Rare Palace really is just completely isolated from everything else. That's crazy. It has just an entire moat around it, so you are fully isolated because there's guaranteedly people at all of these gates and exits all the time. Oh yeah, holy shit, I remember. Oh my god, it just clicked in my head what I wanted to talk about in the opening. While the OP was playing, I had said something like, oh, I had something else I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. Ah, fuck, I'll just have to remind myself after the episode. I don't want to interject in the middle of this episode with something that does not relate to this episode. Talk about, oh. It is about to relate to this episode. So last episode, you go... I could be wrong about this. However, you go to last episode. The beginning scene of last episode is the scene where we see Suire, right? This is the slaves that got brought in. Suire is posing as one of the 30 slaves that Shisui brings up that got brought in. I also think it's interesting that Shisui knew so much about that, but that's besides the point. Right here. Yeah, Shisui was bringing up their former slaves. I'm just gonna let the scene play out. Their former slaves. This is that guy. Literally that guy from the beginning scene. You see this guy right here with the little one tuft of hair that comes down the right side. That is he is standing right... Oh shit, he's further back. He's right here. Okay. I am so mad at I noticed it while editing and I put a little text edit in there, but Suire is in the rear palace again. Right now. She is actively in the rear palace again because this is that guy with the tuft of hair who is one of the slaves that got brought in that Shisui was telling Mao Mao and Shaolin about. Suire's back in the rear palace. Holy shit. I mean, I knew she was going to be back in the story because she's in the opening, but that is the most direct thing I've ever seen. Suire is back in the rear palace as one of these slaves. I'm so mad we went through this entire scene of like, I'm calling them slaves, former slaves. They're here as eunuchs now, to do work. But, they're former slaves, who are now here as eunuchs, and, Suire is among them now. Holy shit. My only question is, though, because they have to check you're a eunuch, right? My guess is they have to check you don't have balls. So wouldn't they see that Suire is a woman if they have to check? I don't know how these checks work, so don't quote me on this, because I don't know how those checks work, how they like confirm that you're a eunuch or something. But I can only imagine there's only so many ways to do that. But anyway, maybe we'll find out how she snuck back in later on. If it's anything more than just she was literally here and she has snuck back in. Maybe they have people on the inside, so like this guy that's checking her in. But the way he was talking, he doesn't talk like he knows who she is, so... I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I had meant to talk about that at the beginning of this episode because I noticed it while editing episode 13, but I forgot what I was going to say in the opening, and now we literally just cut to a frame in this episode of those former slaves here working. You can see the guy with the tuft of hair, like right there, I think. Isn't that him? Yep, she's right there. I'm so glad I talked about this before this scene. I'm so glad I remembered right before this scene so I can seem smart that I figured it out before they clearly show you that Suire snuck in. I'm very happy with myself because like I said, I had meant to talk about it during the opening when I literally said I forgot what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about this scene or those scenes from last episode. Coming to gawk at the new guy again. Yeah, that's Suire. They're being very obtuse about it. They're trying to hide it, but that is so blatantly Suire. She's back in the fucking rear palace again. That's scary, because we know her objective now. I think I might have a motive, but some of the details are still a little unclear, like from episode 10 about that possibly being Mother Suire or something like that. I think I'm correct in that might be Mama Suire, or maybe like I don't think, no, I think that's her mom, but that still begs the question of like there's other details there that are still I'm unsure about. But it gave perfect motive for why Suire and her group, whatever her group is called, whatever group she's a part of, is doing what they're doing. That's the biggest reason I'm still latched on to the theory, because it gives motive. There's a lot of details that are still off or I'm missing, but the biggest thing that makes that theory seem plausible to me is the motive aspect of it. It gives them a perfect motive to go after the Emperor's lineage and try and ruin the current Emperor's life, essentially. Ruin that bloodline is more particularly what I should say. And so Suire is in the rear palace now, which, if I'm not mistaken, she was never in the rear palace, right? She was only ever in the outer court, if I'm not mistaken about that, right? Because Mamo spent the entire second half of season 1 in the outer court with Jinchi. So this is the first time Suire has ever directly been in the rear palace in such close proximity to all the concubines and everything, because before she was only ever in the outer court. She's actually infiltrated the rear palace now. That is terrifying. This shit is about to hit the fan. Now that Suire is here, she's planning fucking something. And this is gonna be crazy when it all hits the fan. Kitty!
はい。
もう宦官は作られないんだから。
宦官ってどうやって高級に入るのですか?
Literally asking the question I just asked. How the hell did she get in here?
そうじゃなくて、宦官だって。
Holy shit! Okay, thank you for answering my questions. I literally just brought up about how the hell Suire got into the rear palace. There used to be a document that you could show. Yeah, I would imagine people could just fake it. So how the hell did Suire get in if there's a physical exam? If they have to make you drop your pants and check that you don't have anything, they would obviously see that Suire has female anatomy down there. I unless they put on a fake one or something, I don't know how that would work. They grab you. 3 officers from different divisions. If there's nothing, so wait. Like, that's so dumb! If there's like an androgynous woman, like Suire is, she looks more androgynous, they could easily sneak in as a man. Wait, that is so dumb. You just grab there because, guess what? Newsflash, women don't have anything there. So, that would be so easy to sneak in. What the fuck? That just feels like a huge oversight. Because if they're checking, but then again, I guess because eunuchs would still have... They'd still have a penis, right? Maybe I need to... No, because if they're getting... But I guess there's different forms of castration. Some of them involve just the balls. Some of them involve the penis. And is there an operation that takes everything off? I don't know enough about this. You guys will clarify in the comments for me, because how do you go to the bathroom without that? Like I said, I don't know. This is not something I've actively looked up ever, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to. So I will leave this to you guys in the comments to clarify how exactly that would work. But it feels like it feels like there would at least be something there. Hang on, you know what? I said I didn't want to look it up. I'm gonna look it up just because I want to clarify for myself. I mean, but this is like modern day castration now. Castration. Let me just get an overall. Is an action, surgical, chemical, or otherwise by which a male loses use of the testicles. So it says nothing about removing the penis portion, because yeah, logically, how would you piss? How would you pee? Oh shit, here we go. It says right here. Oh, that's called emasculation. The term castration may also be sometimes used to refer to emasculation, where both the testicles and the penis are removed together. Okay, let's go to emasculation then. How the hell do you pee if that happens? A removal of external male sex organs, which includes the penis and the scrotum. So castration is only your balls. Yeah, it says right here. It says right here all the no, where to go? Although the terms are sometimes used interchangeably, the potential medical consequences of emasculation are more extensive due to complications arising from the removal of the penis. I don't know, in this day and age, was emasculation used, or was that stopped being used at some point because it's not good for you? Because how do you pee? How does that work? Bleeding and infection. Long-term consequences include urethral stricture, urine retention, urinary tract infection, and bladder stones. No, not castration. How do you? It's okay. Here, finally, we're getting somewhere. I'm getting some information. I had to dig for this shit. So, if the patient will have to squat in order to urinate, since doctors reroute the entrance of the urethra to below the scrotum. This is really gross to be talking about on a video. I'm so sorry, but this is necessary for me to understand how the fuck Sweet A got in here. So, okay, my guess is that emasculation was still a process that happened to some people in this time. And so Sweet A just said, I'm emasculated. And they felt down there and they felt nothing. And so they were like, okay, she's posing as a male, obviously. So they're like, you're a man, you don't have anything down there, you're in. That is my guess for how this went down. They're assuming she is emasculated. Okay, I just wanted to be sure because I didn't know how you pee if you got like castrated, because obviously that's not something I'm ever going to do to myself. So it's not something I've ever done extensive research about, how castration and emasculation affect your body. So I get it now. I got it now. Anyway, moving on. It makes sense how she got in here because they don't pull your pants down or anything. They just feel. If they cop a feel and there's something there, then you're out. If nothing's there, you're good. Or just the first time only. Oh, okay. Oh, no! Oh, shit! Dude, she is right there. She is right there. I'm going to bet money. I will put money on the fucking table. I'm betting against myself. Nobody can actually respond to this bet. I put down money that she is going to be like, that would make Jinchi. No use thinking about it. But thank you. That gave me exactly. That gave me exactly how Suide got in, because the physicals they do are not thorough enough. I guess basically they're just assuming they'd be able to tell the difference between a man and a woman. They're just assuming, and because Suide has that more androgynous look, they couldn't tell the difference. I wasn't exactly right, but I was pretty damn close. Yeah. Young, good looking. When will you tell her? So Gaoshu knows that Jinchi didn't tell her. Who's looking at you like you were a dead worm? You want her on our side right away. Oh, I mean, Gaoshun was saying, he said he because obviously he cares about Mao Mao, but he was saying that they need her on their side. Like he was saying at the end of episode 12, this might be cold, but we need as many pawns on our side as we can get, because obviously Gaoshun cares for Mao Mao. He calls her Shan Mao. He's got a nickname. He likes her, obviously. But at the same time, she is so useful. They desperately need her on their side, especially because they don't know it yet, but another apothecary type person is here in the rear palace now in Suide, which is very scary, especially because we know what her end goal is now. Our strategist will interfere, though. Fight poison with poison. He's saying Lakan will interfere if Jinchi tries to get Mao Mao specifically with him. Kan Lakan. through force is crazy. It wasn't even necessarily through force. He's just so fucking smart as a strategist. They couldn't not elevate him. Ooh, have we ever seen this close up of his eyes before? I don't know if we've ever seen his eye details like that. That's really cool. Did we ever see his eyes that close up? Maybe I'm just stupid or blind or something, but I don't remember ever seeing that little, like, spark look in his eyes. That's cool. He's now someone even the Emperor himself respects. Yes, the Emperor speaks very highly of Lacan. And Lacan is in the opening, so I'm assuming he's going to come back from his honeymoon with Function soon, and he'll be back in the story. They're all beaten back! This man is untouchable. Roman castles, don't interact with him unless necessary. Yeah, see, his eyes look different here. Oops, I just restarted the episode. God damn it. His eyes look different in this little flash that Jinchi is seeing of him. Like, his eyes do look different. In order to bring Mao Mao into our camp. God, he looks so much like Odd Duo. That's crazy. Especially in a frame like this, I feel like the coloring even more looks like Odd Duo when he's like this. I want to tell her the truth. How will she react? It's a good question. Very good question, because as much as you want her in your camp to help you, she also wants super badly to stay the fuck out of any big issues. Just too many servants, her dress is too flashy and ruins the atmosphere of the Root Palace. All those complaints about her, huh? Court ladies trying to flirt with the new eunuchs. Why one? Because didn't the quack doctor literally just tell Mao Mao that they were being swarmed? Why is one specific court lady being picked out here? That's Suire! Oh my god, I knew it already, but like, cause they hadn't shown her face yet. That is literally her right there. We're wearing white belts. And Tsude is most definitely the hot eunuch everybody's been talking about. The scars on her hands. Yep, hello Tsude. Welcome back to the Rear Palace. I'm so happy I called that before. I noticed that in my, like I said, I noticed that while I was editing the reaction for episode 13. And I put a little text box. It's in that reaction, but I'm so mad I didn't just talk about it in the opening. I'm glad I realized it at least right before. Causing the left side of his body to go numb. That's right. In the beginning segment of episode 13, Tsude walked up and they pointed out that something was wrong with her leg. Did possibly the drug she used to like knock herself out and make herself look dead, did it fuck up the left side of her body like permanently? That would be very interesting. Because that's the only explanation I can come up with. I mean, she's got the scars, which I don't think she had before either. Let me go back. Because I don't remember her having scars in season 1. What's the first episode we see her? Because she has like a conversation with Mao Mao at some point. Ah, it's right here. Here we go. Hello, Sude. Yeah, she doesn't have any scars here or anything like that. She has no scars here, but then now she has scars all over her hands, and the whole left side of her body doesn't function. Hang on, let me see them zoom in on her face again. That is her, right? She looks a little different, but I think it's just kind of a difference in art style from season to season. Her eyebrows are definitely a little different looking from this angle, but her hair is the exact same. It is 1000% Sude. Okay. I just wanted to be absolutely certain because she does look a little bit different. Huh. I wonder if she doesn't want to show... I wonder if these scars are fake. I'd be curious to find out if all these scars are fake, and she's using it as an excuse to be like, I don't want to show my skin. Maybe because that'd give a tell she's a woman or something. Yeah, I mean, that's Suire. I guess Jinchi didn't really see Suire that much, but that is... Yeah. She definitely does look a little bit different this season, just in general, but... That is her. Yeah. I hope I'm not wrong about this. They have the same hairstyle. There's no way it's not her. She's just the art style used with her has been changed a bit. Quite thoughtful toward the woman. Oh man. Jinshi, this is literally Suide is the lead person who almost got Jinshi assassinated, and they are about to meet face to fucking face. That's crazy. It is. Oh god. Oh dear god. Something's happening here. It is. It makes sense that Jinshi wouldn't recognize her because Jinshi never once actually interacted with Suide. So it makes sense he wouldn't recognize her here. Mao Mao would. If Mao Mao happened to be with Jinshi, she would immediately be like, Suide, what the fuck are you doing here? But yeah. They're about to cliffhanger us. Something crazy is about to happen here and they're about to fucking cliffhanger us. Oh, this is for a high ranking concubine. Oh no, Shaolin! Oh no, and Mao Mao's right there too. She's holding the hairpin. Oh god, oh god. I'm glad I'm watching the next episode after this, but I'm kind of nervous where this is going. She's got a hairpin in her hand, and she's crying. Why? In one episode, we had the two must-protect characters break down in tears. If we find out someone's also being a bitch to Shaolin, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna fucking scream. And they're gonna end the episode. Fuck! God damn it. That was a really good episode. Another hour play. This is 3 episodes in a row that my reactions have been over an hour long. Obviously on YouTube they'll be shorter, but the raw footage, all of these are over an hour long. I've just been yapping so fucking much. There's just a lot to talk about as things are picking up here really quickly. Incredible episode. Whoever's making Shaolin cry is going to pay on next episode. But yeah, that was really good. The whole segment with Lishu had me like very angry, and now we got to figure out what's going on here with Shaolin. Because typically, from everything I've heard, you only give a hairpin to someone if you're like trying to court them. So sometimes it depends, because you go back to like season 1 at the garden party where Lee Haku gave Mao Mao one. He said that was just a formality to give one to someone that was in Gyokyo's camp. So technically that's not the case all the time. But I would have to imagine it maybe is here. Did he maybe try to court Shaolin? Like he took an interest in Shaolin or something? But then also he didn't look like a super high up guy or anything like that. But she is very much holding a, let me get the frame real quick. She is holding a hairpin, so I'm curious where she got that from. Oh, that could be because they've been doing the bath stuff, right? What if one of the higher up concubines gave her that? That would make sense, actually. Or one of the concubines that she was bathing and stuff gave her one of those. I don't know. We'll find out next episode. I'm about to go to next episode anyway. I'm watching these back to back, so we'll find out. But yeah, I don't think I have too much else to add here. Lots going on right now. Suide's back in the fucking rear palace. We got this going on with Shaolin. Yeah, this crazy. Things are picking up. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up from reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 14. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.